Alright, hello, my name is Janisha and today I want to talk to you guys about body positivity and my weight loss journey. So I just want to address two things before I get started into all the juicy. I have notes next to me just to make sure I don't veer off a track too much. And two, I'm not the most confident when it comes to speaking to people, so please try not to be too rude. If you are going to be rude, at least say something I haven't heard before. Thanks for management. So I just want to start the video off by giving you guys a little bit of a background about me and my body. So most of my life I was 114 pounds, 120 pounds. I was a pretty active kid. Whether I was in sports or I wasn't, my mom kind of always had us doing something. And I was really hyper, always running around, always being silly and goofy. And I walked 30 minutes to school every day, trying to make sure I wasn't late. And then I would walk 30 minutes home every day. Well, basically every day. And I also didn't have the best eating habits. I kind of ate whatever I wanted, whenever I pleased. So that's just a little bit about me. So to get this started on my actual weight loss journey, alright, so June late 2016 I had joined the army. Early 2017 I had found out I was pregnant. The day I had gave birth, doctors weighed me and I was 222 pounds. And I was like, okay, a lot of that's because I'm carrying Aaliyah. Once I give birth, a lot of this is gonna go away. That ain't happen. But that's what I was telling myself. So I got home, recovered, it was for a little while, finally weighed myself. I was 187 and I did not like what my body looked like at all. So I was like, okay, I want to get my old body back. I'm gonna lose weight. How am I gonna do it? Let's start this journey today. I want to get back to my skinny body. Like already in my head, I was like, let me figure out like how much I want to weigh. Let me figure out my weight goal. So I had looked at a bunch of stuff online and a lot of it just basically boiled down to a few things to decide what was like my healthy weight. So it needed to know how old I was. It needed to know how tall I was. And after looking at that, it said for my height, my age, I was supposed to be 140 as my maximum for like healthy weight. But me myself, I decided I didn't want to be that little again. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna like I'll do the minimum of the overweight category, which was 145. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna still have a little meat on me. That's perfectly fine. 145 is my weight goal now. So with that in mind, I decided let's figure out how I'm gonna actually lose this weight. So me being lazy back then, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna work out to lose this weight. I'm gonna just focus on what I'm eating, because from what I heard, basically eating has a lot to do with your weight, what you're eating. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna focus on that. So I decided I was gonna lose all that weight just focusing only on eating. So first I was like, you know what, let me be really strict about what I'm gonna eat. So I was like, I'm not gonna eat any dairy, I'm gonna stop drinking anything but water, I'm not gonna eat any carbs, I'm not gonna eat any sugar. Being just really strict on my diet. And I'm a foodie and that was not sustainable at all for me. So I was like, okay, let's figure out what other food like options I can focus on besides just being really strict on my diet, because I wanted to hurry up and lose weight, but like that option was just not gonna work for me. So I decided, okay, let me go ahead and try Weight Watchers. I seen really good results from commercials about Weight Watchers. So I was like, let me try Weight Watchers. So I set up and signed up for Weight Watchers. That was probably the first thing that made me start really noticing a difference in my body, like actually seeing my body slowly kind of slim down just a little bit. And I was like, okay, this is cool, like this is working, I'm gonna keep doing this. So I kept doing it, and over time I started realizing like I did not like the fact that just certain things took up a lot of points, because that's how Weight Watchers is now. It's like kind of based on a point system, and you get like a certain amount of points for the day, and you got to stay within those points for the day, and just like log what you're eating and stuff, and it'll tell you how much points all your items are. And I just hated, I would be up with my points for the day, but I would still be like starving, not like just like a little hungry, like I'd be really hungry. So I was like, okay, this isn't gonna work. And I was like, okay, what's another option? And at the time, all the rage was about keto, and my older sister had actually tried the keto diet and it worked really well for her. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and try the keto diet too. So I tried to do a little like looking into what exactly like was a keto diet, and I just see like eating healthy fats, a lot of healthy fats over eating a lot of carbs. And I was like, okay, so I'm trying to eat a lot of healthy fats. Then I started trying to look at what a few healthy fats were that I didn't mind, and then I started looking into it, and I seen you can have the keto flu, and just seeing people's experience with the keto flu, and I was like, I don't really want to go through that. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try something else. And that's when I came to my final conclusion and kind of the diet I'm on now, which is I just try to choose healthier options. Like I just try to pick instead of chips, popcorn. Instead of fast food like a burger and some fries on the way home, instead I'm gonna have fish and vegetables and another side of some carb, things like that. I just try to be healthier, things that I knew were healthy that I liked. That's what I just started eating. I'm not gonna say there wasn't any slip-ups, because I still have slip-ups all the time, but they are less frequent now that I'm eating what I like. So I had decided that I was gonna actually start working out to get to the goal I want to get to faster, because eating, focusing on my eating wasn't getting me there quick enough. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and also start working out, because I didn't really mind working out before I had gained all the weight. So I was like, okay, I can just start getting into working out again, start kind of using it as like a chance to have me time, a chance to like decompress. And so I had started trying to go really hard when it came to working out, like trying to lift heavy and do a lot and things like that, which weren't working, because I would just get really sore, and then I'd be like struggling and think to myself, oh, I don't want to have to, like worry about this every time I work out, because I don't like being this sore, just finding excuses, trying to convince myself not to do certain things. Eventually I realized, you know what, I'm gonna just do workouts that I like. So I started trying to do my own little workouts that I came up with, and I liked them and they were working, but I was like, you know what, I want to advance, I want to get better at lifting and things like that, because I want to get better at lifting and just things like that. So I decided I was going to start looking for workout programs and looking at fitness instructors or people that I knew really liked fitness too, just looking at their options for programs that they had. So I had came across a girl called Yaya Get Made, and her page just like blew me out the water, and I was like, that's what I want. I want to be like Yaya. So basically the picture I had seen was a picture of her pregnant with her daughter at her heaviest, I'm assuming, and then her currently, and she was just like ripped, and just, you can tell she was lifting. That girl was in the gym getting all the gains, just getting it. So I was like, okay, I want to get like that. And then around that time I stumbled upon a video on YouTube, and it had 4 female athletes competing against each other in various physical activities, trying to see who was the best athlete overall. And it had an Olympic weightlifter, a bodybuilder, power lifter, and doing CrossFit. So I had watched it and I was just like, oh, it's so dope to see like females doing what the guys are doing and looking strong and showing they're just as strong as the guys. And I thought it was just cool. That day I kind of started falling in love with the concept with the sport of powerlifting. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna really start trying to take this fitness thing serious. Alright guys, so I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about the things I struggled with during my weight loss journey. So one of the first things I want to talk about is dealing with other people's comments. That was probably like the hardest thing for me to go through and work through and overcome throughout my weight loss journey. Just hearing other people's comments, people saying them right to my face, just blatantly, like just talking about my weight, being rude, or hearing people next to me thinking they're whispering and I can hear them talk about my weight, or everybody that I would talk to, it somehow came up in the conversation, my weight. So it was just really hard for me. At the time I was in the military, and a lot of the males in the military felt the need to let me know what my body looked like I wasn't walking around in my body every day. And just certain things I could tell females thought they were better than me, or just like looked down on me because of my weight. And it just was hard, but in the end I realized those people weren't my friends. And through that whole journey, it made me want to love my body. It made me want to accept my body. And later on I started to learn how to have a positive view of my body and to accept my body and just love my body, because nobody else was going to, so at least I could, right? Another thing I struggled with, especially in the beginning of my weight loss journey, was the scale. I struggled so much with not focusing on what the scale had said, because in the beginning I weighed myself every day, all the time. Like, it was just bad. And if I didn't like the number I saw on the scale, I would basically punish myself throughout the day with not eating too much or overeating because I was upset about what I seen on the scale. So that was just something I dealt with, and just learning, you know, like the scale doesn't know what's fat and what's muscle, it just knows the overall amount. And like what it says or not, I'm not gonna get to my goal in a month or 2 months, so I shouldn't focus on the scale. Another thing I really struggled with, I would get really bad cravings for sugary things. If you know me, I'm not really a sweet tooth like that. Do I like sweets? Yes, but I'm not like, don't think I'm gonna eat a whole cake, or just don't think I'm gonna eat cake, period. And donuts and just candy on candy and just things like that. Like, that's not really me. Like, I'll have a little bit of something sugary, but not a whole lot, not excessive amount. But on my period, all I want is sugar. Sugar for days. Give me sugar. Like, you can give me straight up sugar and I would just eat it, because that's how I feel during my periods. Or I want really salty things during my period, and I'm just like, I need chips, I need french fries, this, I need that, I just need salty things. And it was just a mess. But I just learned over time, I don't need it. No matter how much my stomach is making me feel like I need it, I don't need it. Another thing I struggled with was self-esteem, just me being hard on myself as it was, because I let my body go. And then 2, hearing other people's comments brought my self-esteem down a lot. And then my own mind was messing with my self-esteem, because I was telling myself people were saying things that I had no idea if they were even thinking them. So that was another thing I really struggled with, and that's when I really focused on trying to learn to love my body and appreciate my body. And it also made me want to surround myself with people who are positive and have a good view and a positive view on their body. So basically, I learned to love everybody's body, because there's always going to be something that somebody else wish their body looked like that your body does look like. And instead of being like the people who hurt me, I want to be that person who is that light, that friend that you need during this journey, which is why I decided to share my journey with you guys. All right, let's get into tips I have for you guys. So first tip I want to give you guys is don't give up. You're gonna mess up. It's gonna happen. If not, you've been a secret waiting to happen. But most of us are gonna mess up. I still mess up to this day. I messed up yesterday actually. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep aiming to get better at staying on track and being consistent and making this an everyday thing for me. My other tip for you guys is to just move. Just get moving. As long as you're not just sitting around being lazy, you're going to be burning some type of calories. So if that means running outside with your dog in the backyard, like playing fetch and messing with them, or playing with your kid outside in the backyard, running around playing with them, if that means cleaning up the house, doing laundry, just dancing, just playing music and dancing, cooking, meal prepping, just doing something, just move. Because any type of any movement is better than no movement. Your activity level has increased in your body. Go outside and play a sport, just because, even if you're not good, or go learn how to play a sport. Just do something, just move around. Another tip I have, just choose healthier options. And I mean that in every aspect of your life. Instead of parking right in the front of the store, park towards the back of the parking lot so you can get a little walk in. Instead of taking the elevator, take the escalator and walk it if you can. If nobody's blocking your way, walk up this escalator instead of just standing there. If you are gonna go stop and get fast food on your way home, like pizza, instead of getting pizza, go choose something healthier. Like Chipotle has lifestyle bowls, and I know for sure, I don't know about the other one, but I know for sure their double protein lifestyle bowl is healthy. So that could be a healthier option. Instead, if you really can't cook, or you really don't got time to cook, or you're just exhausted and you need something like that, that's a healthier option. Just choose healthier in your life overall, and it will make a big difference and help you, get to the goal you want to get to. Do what you can, do what you like. And that means, like, for instance, if like your knees are bad, and doing like crazy amounts of lunges is gonna hurt you, don't do it. Like, even if your workout program says to do it, like, don't do it. You're just gonna injure yourself more. Another thing is find what motivates you. For me, what motivates me is what music I'm listening to. So really hype, upbeat music makes me go harder when I do my workouts. Another thing is clothes. Having a cute workout outfit on makes me want to work out, makes me want to look good in the outfit, so it motivates me too. make sure I actually do a workout that day. Another thing that really motivates me is wearing my Fitbit, because I can see when I'm getting closer to my goals. And that's another tip, my Fitbit really helped me stay on track. Another thing that really motivated me was Yaya on Instagram, and another girl I had ended up finding named Chrissy. She has her own workout app, and I love it. It's called Tone and Sculpt. I'm not doing any of her programs currently, but when I was doing them at the beginning of the year, I seen a huge difference, and she's actually what got me started on being really consistent and making sure I was staying on track for my healthy lifestyle that I wanted. And it was a lot of beginner friendly, easy stuff, and just a really easy, simple, inviting app that I really loved, and I still have on my phone even though I don't do her workouts right now, but I can see myself returning later on and starting her programs again. But I did also come across this girl named Dariana Nova on Instagram, and on Twitter actually, and her workouts, I love them. They're amazing. I'm doing them currently, gonna keep doing them, eventually gonna switch it up to other workout plans, but eventually I know I'm gonna come back to her. I know I'm gonna go back to Chrissy. I know I'm gonna go back to other people I find along the way, so I'm gonna enjoy them while I can. Another really huge tip would be water, drinking as much water as possible. Last, I just want to end everything on a good note, kind of leaving some body positivity vibes in the air. The tip I have is appreciate your body, and once you start appreciating your body and what your body can do for you, you'll start to appreciate other people's bodies and what their bodies can do. Just remember to keep positive people around you. Try to think of 10 things you love about yourself, so anytime you start feeling that, you know, little negative voice in your head, you can cancel it out and be like, I know this, and this for a fact. I love these things about my body. I don't care. And another thing I want to tell you guys, just remember there are things people wish they had that you have. Also, just remember, don't compare yourself to others. Not everybody's on the same journey you're on. Your body's different. Wear things you're comfortable with. I feel like that had a big impact on my weight loss journey. I was wearing clothes that did not fit me, trying to live in the past, and it made me start really being hard on myself and kind of bullying myself and having my own kind of internal conflict. But once I started wearing clothes that fit me and that I was comfortable in, I kind of started bringing my self-confidence up and changing how I viewed my body. So I just want to end the video by saying thank you for watching my video. Hope you guys like and subscribe. Tell your friends. If you guys have any other questions, leave them in the comment section. If you guys have any videos you guys would like to see me do next, leave them down below, and see you guys next time.